Three beautiful things of this walk. One, are you kidding? Two, I think that really old, like 40-something million year old fossil, fascinating. And then three, wow. Wait, that's so good. I didn't realise how close I lived to that. This place is insane. Firstly, the stairways up are gorgeous, and like this was one of the cheaper places. Okay, let me show you because I'm just edging. This is the bottom because there's two. Cute kitchen, table. It's nice because I'm gonna go do some gross coffee machine. King. It's high enough. Wait, so down here is two beds, and then oh, okay, this I'm touching the roof if I do that. Just don't jump, I guess. The neighbours are gonna think I talk to myself, and the neighbours would be right because I do talk to myself. Okay, don't jump. Gorgeous. Ooh. Cheers. It's good. It's really good. I'm going to go get some food, and I just love this place. The temperature is so cool. It's 7:30, the sun is there, it's gorgeous. I'm gonna go buy porridge. I will go out and eat at some point, but I spent my money on churros today. I'm here for like 2 more full days. I've actually spotted a tattoo spot down there, so I'm gonna go check it out because, sorry mum and dad, who am I kidding? I'm not sorry. I think I might get a tattoo. So I spent $7.50. I got a big baguette, classic, some peppers, you can't see in there, and avocado, so that's gonna be the sandwich tomorrow. And then I got classic porridge, kefir Greek yogurt, someone was eyeing me up, and strawberries, 750 euros.
I'd love to learn, and I'm looking for someone anywhere to teach.
This is a magnet!
Okay, Jess. Unfortunately,
I just discovered that this camera has a magnet. Sick. Girl dinner. I ate some of this while I was walking back. I just had 2 little peppers, capsicums. This goes by so many names. And now I'm gonna make oats. In English, porridge is porridge or oatmeal. And then in American English, you'd say oatmeal. In Dutch, you'd say havermout. And this is havervloken. So I'm curious what language that actually is, because on this side is what I think is the Spanish one, and it's, I want to say focaccia de avena. Focaccia de avena. Instead of Greek yogurt, I got kefir because it came in this cool bottle. It's good for the gut. I have an avocado, so tomorrow I'll make a sandwich. Oh, and the strawberries. Yum! Good morning. Today is day 2 in Málaga. And I need to hustle really quickly and be out of here in like 11 minutes. Gotta make a sandwich, have a shower, brush my teeth, and deal with this. I'm very excited. This hike is kind of the main reason I'm actually coming to Málaga, because I knew I wanted to do something down here, Caminito del Rey, and I'm excited. It's very overcast today, but I still put sunscreen on. I didn't have time to make my sandwich, so I've just brought all the ingredients. Because we have like a 70-minute bus ride, so I'll make them on the bus. Come do the Caminito del Rey hike with me. Welcome to the Caminito del Rey. I think I said this wrong. Once known as the most dangerous hike in the world, the narrow wooden walkways cling to the side of a cliff, hundreds of feet or meters above the river in southern Spain. But today, it's completely safe, it's restored, and it's one of the most breathtaking walks I've ever done. Honestly, it was pretty short too. The trail is just under 8 kilometers and it takes around 2 to 3 hours to complete, depending on kind of how often you stop or you steer or just to snap photos. I did it with a group, and so we did stop a lot, but Ramon, our tour guide, had a lot of really interesting information, so it was cool. Originally, this was built in the 1900s to provide workers access between 2 hydroelectric plants, and then the path was rebuilt and reopened in 2015, but that old name, the King's Little Pathway, which is what I guess Caminito del Rey means, it still sticks. And yeah, that king, I think he was King 8th or something, did once cross it, but I'm guessing not in the same capacity that we did. This isn't even the highest it gets, and I'm actually freaking out. Oh, no, that's alright, I'm not freaking out. It's just that the wooden planks actually have gaps between them. Ramon, our guide, was telling us that it was only 2015 that they really restored this the 3rd time, and I'm going to insert photos of the crazy people that were doing this when it was broken. Ugh. When you look at the photos, you're like, okay, yeah, they're cool, but they were just literally using that, and people died, and now they get 1,300 tourists a day because it's all safe. But yeah, I'm gonna insert the photos because this is the 3rd set. Actually freaky. Okay, we're back on stone. I like that. It's high, it's narrow, and it's definitely not for the faint-hearted, but the views are completely unreal. Re-watching and editing these photos and videos, I'm just kind of amazed. In the moment, I obviously could take it in, but you're a little bit distracted by the height, etc. Mum, I don't think you'd like this. I have a theory that that's why they have it kind of freaky at the very beginning, so that you can turn around if it's going to be too much. I think you'd do it, Mum, but I think you'd be shitting yourself. Because I am a little bit. So there's a lot of sheer cliffs, there's this beautiful turquoise waters, and then this feeling that you're kind of floating above the landscape, especially on those sections where it is just wooden slats and you can see down the 100 meters or whatever to the river. It's quite something. If you're in Malaga, don't skip this, book ahead, bring water, and just enjoy one of Spain's most stunning and surprisingly accessible adventures. It's a 10 out of 10. I would risk the vertigo all over again. If you are afraid of heights, maybe have a decent think about it because they don't want you to turn around. I don't actually know if you can do it without a guide, but I did it with a guide and Ramon was incredible.
Córdoba, 198 kilometers far away from Málaga city, we have mineral coal there. And they decided to build this railway. And
he gave so many interesting facts about the history of, yes, the path itself is interesting, but the architect, Rafael, and then he basically did a bunch of stuff, and then the 40 plus workers who were on that hike, maintaining it for the hydroelectric plants for years and years, all these interesting facts about the families, etc. It was just super cool to learn that way with a guide taking you through it. Right now I'm thinking about what colour is my favourite. Green or blue? Or orange? Blue, green, orange. That is what I'm thinking about during this walk.
Okay, come with me, I'm going to show you something more.
Long before this was a tourist trail, the Caminito del Rey was a lifeline built in those early 1900s for workers from their nearby hydraulic plants. Hydraulic. These men balanced on narrow beams, no safety gear, hundreds of meters above the river just to get from one side of the gorge to the other.
We reside people from the whole world that came here to climb in these mountains. Okay, and from the railway you can see that we have 3 caves on top, or a 3 roof, right? This is a line for climbers. It's the highest difficulty for them, 9 plus for professional ones.
Ramon says we're about to enter the part that you really shouldn't stop. So I'll have this going.
And many were local. We're thinking sons, fathers, entire families tied to the project, carving a pathway into stone to power nearby villages. And it wasn't built for beauty, it was built for survival and for connection. Over time, as the structure deteriorated, it became infamous, known as the most dangerous hike in the world. But behind that danger was always grit. And now, walking the rebuilt path today, you still feel it. There's a spirit of hard work, risk, and resilience etched into every cliff, face, and beam.
I reiterate, how the fuck and why were people doing this before it was like so secure? You can see families, people would just do it like it was no thing. I can't imagine. That's insane. I feel more secure on this part, couldn't tell you why. Probably actually I could, it's because there's that. Will I feel as secure when I'm on that? Let's see. You can hear it in my voice, I'm getting all scared.
The print of the fossil, the print of the ammonite, 64 million years old. Difficult to realize a long time in your head, right? 64 million years, yes.
That's crazy.
Amazing, right?
Yeah. Gracias. Wow. Oh.
Millions years ago.
Gracias. Even though we still have a few minutes left of this walk, my on-the-go review is this is beautiful. I cannot recommend it enough. I'm being quiet because it feels very like tranquil and stuff. The last bridge honestly wasn't that scary. I think I was prepared for something like dun dun dun, but they have to make it pretty safe. So I really recommend this hike. And Ramon, the tour guide, is awesome. Very educational. I cannot rave enough about the Caminito del Rey walk, hike experience that I just did. Now we have like 30 minutes of downtime and I'm going to make that sandwich. Oh, I love this bag too. When I went to America, I ditched one of my bags, which I'm coming back for because I needed to be like a one bag gal. But it's been kind of like when I'm walking around, I'm just using my recyclable bag. So anyway, 3 beautiful things of this walk. 1, are you kidding? 2, I think that really old, like 40-something million year old fossil, fascinating. And then 3, this bag because it's practical and I love practicality. But this was the walk. I cannot recommend it enough. I'll put in the description like who I went with, what I did. Love it so much. Thanks guys. Málaga is probably my favourite place I think I've been to other than New Zealand, maybe ever.
Okay. Again, here we go, looking for the second and last winner of this amazing magnet, number 9.
Today, well, this afternoon is very, very chill. Today's my €2 day, so I'm trying not to buy anything more than that coffee I bought. Don't be fooled when I say €2. It's because I've prepaid for everything else. I've prepaid for the accommodation, the hike, and I brought food yesterday. But today, out of my bank account, actually nothing out of my bank account because I had cash, so I've only spent €2 today. Success. I'm really hoping the Pastel de Natas, I need to practice how to say that, is open. I think it's down there. Who am I kidding? It's Spain, it's Europe in summer, and the sun's out. Of course it's still open. Wow. Wait, that's so good. What is that? It gives a sensation like it's incredibly smooth, but there's like granular sugars in there almost. And then the pastry is super good, but at the top it's almost like, I don't know, there's nothing kind of like it, and it's giving borderline marzipan almond flavour, but then also like almost cheesy and creamy. So good. Morena, it is day 3 in Málaga. It's my last full day, and I slept in. It's like almost 11:30 in the morning. I was working and doing some stuff until late, and tomorrow morning I have an early flight to Lisbon. So I think like when you're traveling, you just got to clock in the sleep when you can, to be honest. So yeah, I'm gonna make some coffee, some porridge, and then I'm gonna go explore the castles and probably the beach and get, I don't know. There's like definitely there's definitely like Spanish food and stuff, but a lot of it is fish based. Ramon, the guide from yesterday, was saying. So let's see what's out there. But yeah, it's a very slow morning, but very necessary morning. Look at these little finger socks. Me and my toe socks are gonna head out with this handy dandy backpack I got from yesterday. Okay. I can also tell I've been by myself for a few days because I'm talking to myself. It's a lot cooler today, and of course I have my sunscreen on, but the temperature is like 27, 28. It's so nice. Also, I actually ran out of face moisturizer sunscreen, so I'm using BB cream because it has SPF, so I'm dolled up for Málaga. A couple thoughts. One, when the seagulls are flying around and it's that blue, it's giving Taylor Swift 1999. Second, I hope some genius has a shop up here selling drinks at an extortionate price because they've been making bank because I'm going to buy something. They did charge an arm and a leg, but when it's this hot up there, and I made a decision, like the castle looks beautiful, but that money to go in, I spent on this, and that is some rogue logic, I know that, but I can see the castle. You can see a lot from the outside, and I gotta be tight, so what's better than a sweet treat looking at it from the outside? Now that I've had my sugar fix, and don't get me wrong, I can have multiple ice creams in a day, and I probably will. That one was definitely not the XL that I've become accustomed to. I'm on the hunt for savoury food, but the backup is just I'm going to go to the grocery store and make stuff at home. Remember when I was like, oh, it's like so cool today? That was before I went up like that. But still, cooling down in the shade. And look how beautiful. This place is actually privately owned, but I was reading some stuff. Look, I love Amsterdam. Where's the castles in Amsterdam, you know? The Spanish, like, kudos. Yum. The texture is very strange. I'm sitting up in this area because I paid for it, but I haven't used it. I haven't slept up here because like I haven't done it in a hot minute, but I used to sleepwalk and I definitely sleep talk, and just something about like unnecessarily sleeping up on a mezzanine floor when I could eat absolute, like, just eat it if I fell off that. I'm like, let's just stay on the ground floor. That is bright. Retainer is in. Lo-fi music is on. It is 1:30 a.m. and my alarm's going off at 3, plus I asked Alex to call me at 9 p.m. his time. So I'm just going to try to get one good REM cycle in. And then we're up. So it's like a little nap. Right now I feel great, so you're almost like, should I just stay awake? But no. Let's go to sleep, bags packed. Now that I have my coffee, I am functional, and I can tell you that the morning went smooth, but I was barely getting up because it was like 3. So we're here, we're waiting for our gate. It's good.